Hi guys, this is RedPillHippie. My name is Julie. For everybody who's already subscribed, hi, it's been forever. I hope you enjoy some of the content that I'm thinking of putting out there. Right now, my spiritual path is leading me towards connecting to tarot. So I recently unblocked my throat chakra, and I'm continuing on my healing path. And so I'm hoping that my healing path can also help you on your healing path. And tarot has been a great way of divination to divine in helping me heal. So figure we give it a whirl. See how it goes. Hopefully you guys get something out of it. You know, take what resonates and don't take everything, because it's a general reading and it's not a personal reading. So if you're showing up, your energy should align with the message in some way. I was going to do all the zodiac signs, but I'm feeling just kind of to do a longer message and just see what comes out. So I'm not taking reversals unless they happen to pop out by mistake. So maybe a what's next in love for you guys. What's next in love? I'm going to do past, present, future, possible future. That's how I like doing it anyway. On the bottom of the deck, I was like called to look at it, and Three of Swords. I love this deck because it obviously shows perfectly how the card is represented. So bottom of the deck is like what you don't see. Maybe you don't see how deep and how hard this last relationship was, you know. I mean, you do, but and then it's on the bottom of the deck, so it could be something you're stowing away, you know. I mean, other than just hidden. So let's see. Some Ace of Wands said to me, this is, you've been thinking a lot about how much heartache and how hard like life has just been, period. You know, like it's very barren, it's cold. But if you keep your thoughts positive, you can start chipping away at the cobwebs. Justice. To me, I mean, yeah, balance and whatever, but this is also like looking on the past. Okay, so, look, we got all the past cards down, right? Let me pull them out. And then the Tower at the bottom. I'm leaving that. We'll find out what the Tower is at the end. I don't want to know right now. I'm done with the bottom right now. Okay. So, Six of Swords. You know, I don't know if I have to. You guys are like, what? Knight of Cups. And it's like, to me, it's like, is she sad because he's not there on the boat with her? And he's like sitting high with his horse, like fine over there. I don't know. And Ten of Pentacles. So like really happy. First draw is always the most difficult. Current. Five of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Like, super heavy here. Oh my goodness, I hope this didn't cut out recording. My thing went to sleep. Is it still going? That was 5:12 on the clock, if that means anything to anybody. Or May 12th. This is an 8, which is infinity. I'm relating to these cards. Then you have the 6 of Wands. So to me, it's it's been, you know, and the bottom of the deck showed it and carried the energy. To me, she's got a suitcase, so she's moving on from the idea that she's gonna get a Knight of Cups and 10 of Pentacles of anything like manifesting in the material world. It's really heavy. So she's kind of like moving away from that idea. And it hasn't been easy. Like, you have, you know, the 5 of Pentacles. So like not focusing on money, not getting things done, not, you know, because she's healing. And also spiritually, like this is like dark night of the soul, you know, and like this bird is trapped from these birds. And even that's like a very faint bed in the background. So it's like, even though she's outside, she's still stuck in that feeling of staying in bed. Like, I can't get out of bed. And like, I finally pushed myself to get out of bed. But, I mean, 6 of Wands, she's definitely starting to see I was going to say see the light, but to me this is like Hunger Games entrapment kind of idea, because she's a star in this contained environment. Because it's not natural. And these are like hands reaching up, actually. I've never noticed they are hands. So obviously she's on the stage, but this is like spiritual team. This is your spiritual team, maybe like cheering you on in the material world. Because it's not outside, so it's not like nature or spiritual. It's like very much so like. And so while you're in like so much heartache and all this pain and misery, your spirit team's really cheering you on. They're also cheering you on from like these are very different clothing styles, you know. Like to me, like at the beginning of my marriage, you know, I took care of myself, and then I stopped, you know, putting myself first, and then it came to a point where like I was more of like a you know, like that show where where the girls like are just bred for breeding, you know, like not taken care of. They're like slaves. And this one's very much, you know, wealthier clothes, or she's taking care of herself again. Which is part of, you know, working through depression is 5 of Cups. So for me, this is looking at all the cups that have emptied in your past. You know, there's a hole in the ground, and in this scenario, I would not be going down this hole. So you might have trouble sleeping. I need to reset my computer sleep times because it's annoying me. Staying up all night. You do have people that love you, but right now you're not really focused on that at all. 7 of Cups. To me, this is him making a decision, and he has all these options. There's only one option that allows the water to flow, which is water in cups is love and to rub. So, you know, he's almost making the wrong choice, and if he grabs that one, he's gonna pull it over, and it's gonna block off the other one. I mean, which obviously it would, right? Because you pick a different person than the one that's gonna actually bring you love. And it blocks off that love. It's not gonna go there. I mean, obviously. That was like the worst face ever. That King of Swords. So it's like, if you do make the right decision, then like I think you'd be sitting in a King of Swords. I mean, it's really powerful to like finally make a decision. You know, it's it's strength. It's not being afraid of, you know, the night, or how the night blends with the day. So then you have 9 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Magician. So to me, it's like you've sat in this energy for a really long time. 4 of Swords. You know, that's a lot of work, lot of work. She's kind of like, she's made a nest, she's in a nest, and instead of these like looking like they're hurting her or something, to me it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna think about like maybe the last 3 loves that have, you know, last 3 hard relationship growths I've gone through. You know, let me give my heart a break. Let me just not worry about it. Let me just, you know, be in my nest. Could be spending a lot of time at home. The Magician. And I don't really want to say like dark spell work or anything or black magic, but if you resonate with that, then that could be affecting how you're moving on. You know, is a past person still connected to you, and spell casting without knowing it, like wishing, you know, you don't find someone, or there's something called womb magic, so you have to like clear your womb and make sure you're like moving energy through, so that you know you can't be cock blocked through the ether. It can also be like you know you have control of your future. You have the ability to wield things. To jump out of the timeline you're in very easily. I guess this is all the bumps in the road. Okay. 9 of Cups, to me, this is self-love. That regardless of all the pain you've been through, you've been through a lot, so you're going to be able to understand other people's ability to love and ways they show love. Everybody shows love different. Everybody receives love different. Some people, you know, have to work on receiving love, especially if you give it freely. It is not easy to receive it if you give it freely most of the time, in my opinion. That's just in my opinion. You know, and she's like, it's also like she's under the water, okay? And she's jumping off a treasure chest. So this is like at the bottom of the ocean. And she has to free herself from all of the material things that are holding her down, drowning her. And when she does that, she can go up for air. Okay. So, I take one more card to sum up the message for you guys before the oracles. One more. Oh, I forgot what the tower is at the bottom. I was going to show you guys what the tower was about, wasn't I? Maybe that's our one more card. Okay, what is the tower about? What is the tower affecting? What's next in love? And that's good to get tower, because, I mean, it's like an unexpected moment. You know, you run into somebody, or somebody calls you, you know, and says, hey, let's go meet up. Haven't seen you. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. So the tower is that somebody is walking away from something in the material world. And what are they coming towards? I'm like, what? They might be taking a long time, because that took a long time to get that out. And the Knight of Pentacles does move slow. You know, he's carrying a bunch of coins in his pocket, and he's not even riding his horse. He's like, I'm just gonna fucking walk and take my time. That's cute. It's the Queen of Swords. So walking away from, walking towards. He's walking away from someone. I'm going to say for the Queen of Swords because earlier in the current contentment, this is the King of Swords. So we got the counterparts. So I would say next in love is, you know, your counterpart. So let's get some comic insights. Kind of help with the messages. Okay. So if you have a question, the answer is no. It's not the right time. So maybe your counterpart is your next relationship, but it's not right now. That sucks to hear, always. Who wants to hear that? Oh, and then a yes. Which is interesting that no and yes come up like together back to back, because I have shuffled before, and then yes, luck is on your side. So better not be a maybe. Divorce. So maybe the connection's being delayed because of divorce or breakup. Those can get kind of messy, and if you don't have to bring someone else into all that stress, then why? But if you're the person that's leaving the relationship and wanting to go towards your counterpart, if you know who they are, you should tell them. You should tell them, because otherwise they might not be there by the time you get done, and otherwise, you could be, I don't know, I would want that heads up. So experiencing a breakup. So that's why it's taking so long, because no, it's not happening right now. Because yes, there's a divorce or a breakup occurring. And there's a divorce or a breakup occurring maybe because someone got pregnant by somebody else, or somebody found out that the baby's not theirs. Oh. Mercury retrograde. Electronic issues, communication issues, reviewing everything. So to me, like that being communication issues, I mean, this could have all went down during Mercury retrograde, which I didn't look up when that is next. But communication issues and reviewing everything, that kind of would make me think, like paternity issues. Or health issues could arise. And to me, that's still kind of the same thing. It's still kind of, so if you're the one experiencing this, going through, finding out it's not yours, I'm sorry, number one, because I had a friend who went through that. But make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're going out in nature, you're grounding, you're funneling your stress energies, because you don't want that building up in your body. One more for this one. Open your heart. It'll help you attract more love. So, either way, just be open. So if there's someone from your past that is in a relationship, and trying to leave that relationship, or didn't come towards you because they were in one, like, I would say just listen to them. Like, listen, have a conversation, and you know, see where it goes. Because we all, you know, alright. I need some clarifiers for this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Maybe I'll do a different one. But yeah, if you're the person who is on the receiving end of the person leaving the relationship, yeah, definitely open your heart to also, like, yeah, you may have been waiting for this person, and yeah, you went through the grievance of losing the relationship. So also think about how much they've gone through. Because, you know, here they thought a baby was theirs, you know, and it ends up not being theirs. I mean, that's a lot. In a lot of ways, and then manipulation-wise, and, you know, so holding space, you know, compassion, open heart. It doesn't mean you have to be with them, you know, even if they are your counterpart, but, you know, you can always take it slow. Okay. Belong. I'm thinking this is more your person. Your person, you know, they had this other relationship maybe they didn't particularly want, you know, and it was, you know, a way for them to get locked down, you know, but like the feeling of like becoming a mom or dad, well, dad in this case, I guess, and then finding out, you know, you're not a dad. Well, that's a longing to belong, and like birds are in nests, and I was like, where did we have a bird's nest? Oh my goodness. We had the bird's nest here. Those are my cards. So that could also be you too. It could be both. I mean, both of you. I mean, everybody. Really. I mean, when you're in pain and mending your heart and in a nest, it's like you just really want someone to make you feel like you belong, like somewhere in the world, you know. Working on like self-esteem will help for sure with not needing that as much. Everybody still needs it though. Come on. Transcend. Belong, transcend, communicate. See, so that goes with the open your heart. And communication issues. So communicate. Make sure you're communicating. Like, because, like, I know you're really desiring them right now. You're probably both desiring each other. And the connection is divinely guided. Which, how could it not be? Because it's the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So, I mean, how could it not be divinely guided at that point, right? Okay, so, all right, 5 more cards, and then we'll call it. Now, so Peacock now. So this could all be happening like right now. You know, they could have just found out. Or they could be in the middle of, you know, trying to separate themselves from this person. Definitely right now, you're definitely like, have worked on your outer appearance. So you're seeing your, you know, which you would have. You would have had to do while you're waiting for all of this to clear up. Microcosm. So this is like, instead of macro, which is big, this is micro, which is little. And it's your, you know, your, I want to say comcosm. Sounds so How to Train Your Dragon-ish. But it's your small circle. So what really matters in your small circle? You know, do you have a huge circle of like not in depth, not deep connections? Or microcosm could be also like maybe pull back on the dating pool and narrow in really what kind of characters you want, you know? Like, do you just want to, like, fuck around? Or do you want to, like, build connections that will last your lifetime, you know? Who are the people who will be at your grave? Ebenezer Scrooge teaches that. I mean, that's a wonderful. The Christmas Carol? It's a beautiful story. Grounded, stay grounded through all of this. To me, that's a dragon, but when I first saw it, it looked like a demon, which goes back to, you know, kind of that, you know, dark magic. Which if someone traps somebody with a baby, that is, I don't want to say it's dark magic, but it's a low frequency. It's not something a divine feminine does. She doesn't try to trap, or she doesn't present something that it's not, you know. I mean, that's not good for anybody. The baby, the dad, I mean, not even her, because she's not with her divine counterpart, you know, and she's trapping someone else's divine counterpart. So stay grounded, and don't let it get into your head too much, because it definitely could, you know. Oh, what was that? How many was that? We'll do 2 more. I forgot. Your journey. So, like, enjoy the journey. Just, I know it feels like you're eating your own freaking tail sometimes, but enjoy the journey. And empathy. So if you're on a healer's path and healing, you definitely have empathy. And if you're an empath, that's a little navigating the world differently. You know, what's my energy? What am I putting out into the world? I hope that helped you guys somehow. I might do a couple more videos we'll see how it goes. And yeah, thanks for being here, and thanks for beginning my journey to explore this part of my spirituality. I look forward to it. I hope you do too. Have an awesome, amazing day. You can subscribe, like, and share. I'm like, is that all of them? I post on Instagram, which is kind of my self-love journey at the moment. And yeah, have an amazing day.